Welcome back. It's the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show here on WKYC Channel 3 and the WKYC app. Guys, yesterday in the NFL, there was an unofficial deal because trades cannot become official in the NFL until Wednesday at 4 p.m. Eastern. But yesterday, unofficially, the Chicago Bears traded veteran wide receiver DJ Moore to the Buffalo Bills for a second-round pick. Now, the Bills' second-round pick is a late pick, but still, I think a lot of people looked at DJ Moore, veteran, coming off not a particularly good season. A lot of people looking at this trade as if the Bills gave up more than you would expect. For not a superstar wide receiver, a solid wide receiver. Does this, you think, change the price for guys like Marvin Harrison and Brian Thomas Jr.?
Man, I hope to say no, but I think it does a little bit. Like you talked about the money going up, like the salary cap going up, but for this, DJ Moore didn't have a good year like that, man. Obviously they drafted Roman Duze, obviously, they got Luther Burton, and they got some guys that they invested in and they want to move in that direction. But I mean, that production for a second-round pick is crazy work. I don't. Now, if you look at Marvin Harrison, he hasn't had a crazy year, and you also, Brian Thomas Jr. had a down year as well. But the thing is, these guys are much younger. These guys are first-round picks. These guys have money invested in them and assets invested. They want to recoup those. If you don't move a guy that high for a second-round pick. So, Jason, my thing is, unfortunately, it looks like that's the going price for a receiver now, huh?
Well, I mean, that's what they gave up for Elijah Moore. And that seemed,
but I think they got a third-round pick back in that Elijah.
Did they? I don't remember. Did they?
Yeah, I don't know.
I think they did. Oh God, that was such a terrible trade,
boy.
So, and the Bears did get the Bills did get I think a fifth-round pick back.
Yeah.
So that's a big difference.
I don't think this will have any impact on the. First of all, I don't think those guys are moving. I don't think Brian Thomas Jr. is getting dealt. I don't think Marvin
certainly
Harrison
not.
Jr. is getting
I think
dealt.
Brian Thomas Jr. is very unlikely to get dealt.
Yeah.
Especially if they're planning on having Travis Hunter focus on defense.
Right.
But then again, why'd you give up so much for Travis Hunter if you're just going to have him, if you're not going to use his special thing?
Unless you got him in the building, got to look at him and decided.
Yes, you should have known that before you made that trade. But anyway.
So I think there's always a couple trades that you go, wow, okay.
Yeah.
But look at Deshaun. Everybody thought that was going to reset the market for quarterbacks, and it had no impact really on future deals for quarterbacks. It messed up the Ravens with timing a little bit with Lamar. But I kind of tend to view this the same way. I thought it was a little bit high. We were talking about it yesterday. I thought it was a little bit high for the value, but I don't think it's going to reset anything because I don't think there's going to be a ton of these top. Maybe A.J. Moore goes.
A.J. Brown.
A.J. Brown goes, maybe. But aside from him, I don't think a lot of these other names that we're talking about are going to get moved.
I mean, I don't think Brian. I do think Marvin Harrison could get traded if the Cardinals want to do a full teardown. I think that's possible. I think if you're the Cardinals, they're going to be like, well, he's young. We got to get a first-round pick. Now, the other team's going to be like, well, he hasn't done anything.
You're not going to get a first for him.
A.J. Brown, on the other hand, is old and can be a prima donna.
For the record,
but he's excellent.
For the record, if I'm the Browns, if Marvin Harrison Jr. is actually available, you got to have that conversation. That's the one that
You're giving me a hard time about Brian Thomas Jr.
I like Marvin Harrison Jr. better. I don't think
Brian Thomas Jr.'s been better.
I don't think it. I think Marvin's ceiling is higher. He hasn't shown it in Arizona.
I don't know about that.
But again, I don't think
I think they both have a high ceiling.
I think the chances of Harrison becoming available are more likely than. I would see no reason why Jacksonville.
I would trade the 24th pick for either of those guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I probably would too.
I
just don't think their teams are going to make them available.
Probably not.
That's the tough thing about it is, I definitely don't think A.J. Brown is coming.
He's not coming. No.
And even if you traded for A.J. Brown, would A.J. Brown be happy here? No. That's not. So, a lot of these conversations, Bull, we may be talking about these guys, but it's like we said, it's a two-way street.